Hi, welcome to the second series of Holistic Health Sessions. And today's topic is immune system. So with these group sessions, you will need to just sit comfortably, relax. If you like, close your eyes. Make sure I'm audible. So having your AirPods or headphones to listen to. And just experience the session. What I would suggest is before the session, make a list of how you're doing physically, emotionally. Are there any aches and pains? How's your immune system? Have you got any colds, flus? So just make a sort of a rough analysis on how you're doing and rate it on the scale of 0 to 5. And then sit back, chill, listen to and receive the treatment, and evaluate a week later and see how those symptoms could have changed. So BodyTalk distant treatments are about helping the body to heal from inside out. So once you're listening to these, any day that you're listening to it will help your body to clear all those blockages. So today we are going to dive in and see what shows up to support you with your immune system. So immune system has got various functions, which could be somebody who's got infections where the immune system is not able to tackle the pathogens, or secondly, it could be allergies, intolerances, autoimmune conditions, and so on. And this session is going to address the whole umbrella of immune system. So just sit comfortably, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and we will dive in and see what shows up. So I'm connecting with the energy blueprint and see what is showing up as a priority to support the immune system today. So firstly, we are working on balancing the brain, improving the circulation between the left and right hemisphere, getting the brain out of the mild state of shock. Secondly, we are looking at balancing the head, heart, and gut brain and running a reset so these three brains are able to communicate and function as a unit. As many times due to stress, we are stuck in the head brain and not functioning much from the gut brain and the heart brain. So this session is about optimizing the flow of communication from the gut and the heart brain. The first thing that I'm picking up as I'm working on your immune system is draining out some underlying fear and anxiety. And I'm tuning into fear and anxiety. We are looking at draining it out from the diaphragm and from the connective tissue. Now, emotions many times get stuck into various different parts of the body, specifically the connective tissue, into myofascia and in the water molecules. And with this treatment, we are looking at draining out specifically fear and anxiety through surfacing all that emotional stuff, disassociating, synthesizing, and releasing it from the connective tissue, from the diaphragm, into the pelvis, into the earth element. And now we are looking at optimizing the immune system by balancing the governing vessel meridian, which runs through the spinal cord. So governing vessel meridian is the most yang meridian. It activates the nervous system as well as supports the immune system. So we are working through these acupuncture points. So as you know, BodyTalk treatments could also be called acupuncture without needles. And in this session, we are activating the governing vessel meridian and optimizing all those acupuncture points to support the immune system. As well as we are working on another meridian, which is called Yang Wei Ma meridian. It's an ancestral meridian, and this is the first defense mechanism for the immune system. So I'll be running some treatments to activate this to support your immune system. And now we are looking at running a defrag on optimization of the immune system So we have got innate immunity team and adaptive team, which is the immune cells that attack the pathogens, and the other one is more adaptive team, which is activating the immune system to launch its own antibodies and antigens to clear the pathogens. So we are looking at optimizing these two, innate immunity and adaptive team, to function more coherently. Now, the function of the immune system is to identify the pathogen and peacekeeping. And what I'm picking up is the peacekeeping aspect of the immune system is sluggish. It's underfunctioning. And this is due to heightened inflammatory markers. So the immune system, so stress and immune system are interrelated. And by running that reset on the head, heart, and gut brain emotional release work, firstly, we are looking at optimizing the amygdala complex, which is the center of the brain, which is all about fight-flight mechanism, rewiring it out of this fight and flight survival mode. So shifting it out of that stress mode, which is high cortisol production, so balancing the HPA, which is hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenals, and running a reset on that heart pathway, which has been constantly triggering high cortisol levels, and rewiring the amygdala complex to the tend and befriend mode, which is increased production of dopamine and oxytocin to the brain. So rewiring the emotional stressors and how this heightened cortisol levels over time has contributed to switching on those epigenetic markers that are contributing to heightened inflammation. So I'm picking up around 7 epigenetic markers that are triggering the natural killer cells and the T killer cells into this heightened inflammatory markers and the higher production of inflammatory hormones. So we are running a treatment called cellular repair at the level of DNA, RNA, at the level of function and structure, which is the Rajas, which is the functional aspect, Sattva, which is the consciousness aspect. So we are looking at running a program, cellular repair treatment at the level of DNA and RNA, at the level of Rajas and Sattva, to clear these metallic markers, which are epigenetic markers, on the natural killer cells and the T killer cells that are triggering the immune system into heightened inflammatory mode. Now, inflammation is the key behind most of the health conditions. So whether it's autoimmune condition to type A diabetes to various different stuff, it is inflammation behind it. So we are looking at optimizing the immune system to clear these heightened inflammatory markers. We are looking at optimizing the gut microbiome, and this is the gut profile. So I'm picking up there's certain gut profile which supports the immune system to keep producing anti-inflammatory hormones and to train them into peace and harmony. That particular species of microbiome is depleted. So we are looking at bringing in the morphogenetic field of this healthy microbiome community to integrate it in the gut and to balance it with the gut-associated lymphatic tissue. And this is to support the immune system into producing more anti-inflammatory hormones and switching off those epigenetic markers. Then another thing that is showing up as a priority here is hydration. Hydration at the cellular level, and we are looking at hydration with easy water, which is H3O2, which is also called structured water, and that is to support the lymphatic system, lymph nodes, the whole of the circulatory system, and the interstitial fluid. And now another thing that is showing up as a priority is balancing all the yin and yang meridians, as well as the flow of the microscopic orbit of life, which is the balance between the fire and water element, which is also the balance between the governing vessel meridian and conceptional vessel meridian. So governing vessel meridian, as I spoke about it, it's the most yang meridian that supports your nervous system, and the conceptional vessel meridian supports your circulatory system and is the most yin meridian. So we're looking at optimizing and balancing this flow of yin and yang, the whole microscopic orbit of life, the flow of qi, as well as another thing that is showing up as a priority to support your immune system is toxins. So we are focusing on detoxification of the liver, and supporting the liver to detox, specifically the phase 2 of the detox pathway of the liver, which is blocked. So I'm picking up 2 chemical pathways that are blocked by 20%, and we are running a circulation and hydration to support and clear those chemical pathways. So when the body is clogged up with toxins, that impairs the immune system to be able to identify the pathogens, and that toxic overload does impair and create epigenetic markers, triggering heightened inflammation. So with this treatment, we are focusing on detoxification at the level of liver. We are looking at balancing all the meridians, yin and yang meridians that support with detoxification, as well as we are looking at balancing the 5 elements in Shen and Ko cycle. And this all is a part of detoxification. As well as we are working on bringing in certain chelating frequencies, specifically vitamin C and some homeopathic remedy to support with liver detoxification. So with this session, we've focused on lots of different aspects. And this is to optimize your immune system to be able to shift it out of the fight, flight, survival mode, to reduce the inflammation, as well as to balance the emotional health. So I want you to just take a few deep breaths while I'm working on integrating this through your head, heart, and gut brain. So if you like, you can gently tap on your head and heart for 3 full breaths, as well as on your gut. So deep breathing and tapping on your head, heart, and gut. So if you feel like, you can tap on your head, heart, and gut. And even if you don't, I am programming this treatment by activating your head, heart, and gut brain. So you can even simply listen to it. And we are working on programming this treatment. So a few more deep breaths. And integrating all that work with the meridians, detoxification, hydration, emotional release work, epigenetic markers. Okay, so once we have programmed the treatment, it's like how you set up a program on the computer. Your computer would be downloading it. So the treatment would be processing through your meridians, which is 24-hour cycle for a couple of days. Make sure you're well hydrated and see how this helps you. And surely do an evaluation before and after to see how these sessions help you. And if you'd like to book a personal treatment, you can find me on my website. Thank you.